When you hear the word space, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Planets? Stars? The moon? At school, we learned about orbits, masses, atmospheres. But the real wonders of the universe were left out of the textbook. Today, you're going to discover 15 amazing, sometimes shocking space facts that your teachers probably never told you. Ready to be surprised? Let's go. Fact number 1, space isn't completely empty. Sure, there's no air and no sound. But calling space empty isn't quite right. In just 1 cubic meter of interstellar space, there are hydrogen atoms, subatomic particles, photons, and even dark matter. And dark matter, which we still don't understand, may make up to 85% of all mass in the universe. So space isn't nothing, it's more like a ghostly soup of invisible stuff. Fact number 2, Saturn could float in water. Sounds weird, but it's true. Saturn's average density is less than that of water, about 0.69 grams per cubic centimeter. So if you could find a giant space bathtub, Saturn would literally float like a beach ball. It may look massive, but it's mostly made of hydrogen and helium, incredibly light gases. Fact number 3, black holes can stretch you like spaghetti. This is a real phenomenon in physics called spaghettification. If you fall into a black hole, the gravitational pull on your feet will be way stronger than on your head. You'll be stretched into a long, thin noodle before being crushed at the core. Terrifying? Yes. But scientifically fascinating. Fact number 4, the Sun is already halfway through its life. It's about 4.6 billion years old, and scientists estimate it's roughly halfway through its lifespan. In another 4 to 5 billion years, it'll become a red giant, expand massively, and possibly engulf Mercury, Venus, and maybe even Earth. Eventually, it will shrink down into a white dwarf, a hot, dense stellar remnant. Even stars have life cycles. Fact number 5, Pluto has black snow. On Pluto, temperatures drop to around -230 degrees Celsius. At those extremes, even gases like methane and nitrogen freeze. So yes, snow does fall there, but because of the atmosphere and radiation, it turns black. Photos from NASA's New Horizons show dark patches on Pluto's surface, and that's space snow, Pluto style. Fact number 6, the ISS orbits Earth every 90 minutes. The International Space Station travels at over 28,000 kilometers per hour, 17,500 miles per hour. That's fast enough to circle the Earth every 90 minutes. Astronauts aboard the ISS see 16 sunrises and 16 sunsets every day. Imagine waking up and watching the sun rise every hour and a half. Fact number 7, space has a smell. No, you can't smell space directly, but astronauts say their suits smell like burnt metal, welding fumes, or seared steak after a spacewalk. This scent comes from high-energy particles and molecules that stick to the suit and react once they're back in the airlock. Fact number 8, shooting stars aren't stars. They're actually tiny bits of dust and rock, called meteoroids, that burn up when they hit Earth's atmosphere. They leave a bright streak behind, and that's what we call a shooting star. But no real star is falling from the sky. It's just cosmic glitter. Fact number 9, the moon is slowly drifting away from Earth. Each year, the moon moves about 3.8 centimeters, 1.5 inches, farther away from Earth. Over millions of years, this will change how we see solar eclipses, they'll become less frequent and less total. Long ago, the moon looked much bigger in the sky. Fact number 10, gravity distorts time. According to Einstein, time isn't fixed. The stronger the gravity, the slower time moves. So if you're in orbit, you actually age a tiny bit slower than someone on Earth. Near a black hole, time can slow to nearly a stop. This isn't sci-fi, this is physics. Fact number 11, Earth isn't a perfect sphere. Our planet bulges at the equator due to its rotation. It's slightly flattened at the poles and wider at the equator, by about 21 kilometers. This means you actually weigh slightly less on the equator than at the poles. Cool, right? Fact number 12, space is totally silent. Sound needs a medium, like air, water, or solids, to travel through. And since space has no atmosphere, it's completely silent. Even if a star exploded right next to you, you'd hear nothing. Space is peaceful. And a little creepy. Fact number 13, there are planets where it rains molten glass. On some exoplanets, like HD 189733b, it's so hot that it rains glass, sideways, in winds up to 7,000 km per hour, 4,300 miles per hour. Others, like WASP-76b, have iron vapor in the air that cools and falls as metal rain. These worlds are real, and terrifying. Fact number 14, looking at stars is looking into the past. Light takes time to travel. The light from the nearest star, after the Sun, Proxima Centauri, takes 4 years to reach us. Some galaxies are so far away, their light has taken billions of years to arrive. You're seeing them as they were long, long ago, possibly even before Earth existed. Fact number 15, you are made of stardust. Every atom in your body, the iron in your blood, the calcium in your bones, was forged inside a star that exploded billions of years ago. So literally, we're not just in the universe. We are the universe, made conscious. We are stardust. Space isn't just about numbers and formulas. It's a place full of wonders, dangers, and mysteries we're only beginning to understand. And the more we learn, the more incredible it becomes. If you found these facts mind-blowing, give the video a like, hit that subscribe button, and tell me in the comments which fact surprised you the most. And what should the next video be about? See you next time, and remember, we don't just look at the stars. We come from them.